Vinny Mac, Mr. McMahon, Vinny. Damn you, Vinny. I mean, this is a 50-50 talk, isn't it? Because at the same time, everybody knows about Vince McMahon. One side, he's a trendsetter. He's risen the wrestling world to heights no one ever thought could be possible. He's created a world event that happens, a spectacular event every single year, known as WrestleMania, that people just can't get enough of, no matter if it's shitty or not. It's a trendsetter. People need to have it in their life every year. He's come up with great ideas, and along with that also comes shitty ideas. But I'm going to tell you, and I mean, yes, this man has done racial things. You can literally probably go up all the damn line of earth, and this guy could possibly be in somewhere form narcissistic, egotistical, sexist, racist. Oh, God. Have favoritism. But I mean, at the same time, I'll start right there. It doesn't matter what business you're in. There's always going to be favorites when it comes to that because it's a business. A business is going to have favorites. I'm not saying that you should treat other people different than others, but at the end of the day, you're going to have no choice but to have favorites. Because when you're running a business, those favorites are the ones that you're going to believe that you're going to see as the ones that are going to help you raise your business to where it needs to be. People will probably call people like Austin and Rock and Taker and Kane and Triple H and HBK and other ones like John Cena and Randy Orton and Edge as Vince McMahon's favorites. You're probably not wrong. They are. Those are the guys that literally put people in seats. You know, they're the ones that literally help make the business bigger than what it already was. They're the ones that, especially people like Stone Cold and The Rock and people like Kurt Angle and Big Show and Kane and Undertaker. You're talking about the men and women, especially Triple H, people that literally could have left Vince McMahon high and dry and went to places like WCW and things like that. You know, most of the time, most of them were WCW wrestlers that were told they would never make it. Because people like Triple H and people like Taker and people like Austin were all told by WCW that they would never make it big in the business. So you knew they were never really going to go back to WCW because WCW had no belief in them anyway. But they stuck by Vince McMahon through the hardest times of his life, the hardest times of the WWE, and literally brought it back up above water, then rose that son of a bitch higher than Mount Olympus, higher than Mount Everest, and made it a spectacle that's now known as the Godfather of wrestling. And it's probably going to stay there like that forever, even in its shitty years. But still, it's still just the fact that Vince is a very controversial person. And it's, but the point is, one thing that Vince McMahon has not accepted is that he is no longer in tune with how the way the business should work now. Now, one thing I will give Vince, when it comes to entrances, when it comes to pyrotechnics and technology and how to use an area to his liking, he knows how to do all that. I know he knows how to do that. When it comes to sponsoring, when it comes to advertising an event and stuff like that, he's great at that. But, and every now and then, now these days he's hit and miss. And a lot of it is more misses. He's about maybe 1/5 of hits and the other damn 4/5 is always missed. And it's like he's so out of tune now that he doesn't realize how the business works now these days. You see, back in the day, well, Undertaker in the mall, it was more so. I mean, the gimmick is always going to be important, no matter how much fans are thinking or not. When you're on an episodic show on TV, people want to be entertained. And somewhere for me, you got to entertain the fans. You got to have a gimmick. You got to have something that they get behind, something that motivates them to either boo or cheer or just to fall in love with your personification of your gimmick. You know, with the whole nature of who you are as that character or as who you are. Just if you're going by your own name, you got to have some kind of gravitation towards you. You got to have a gravity. You got to have a gravity force. You got to have some kind of gravitational field towards you, a magnetic force field. You know, you got to be that. You got to be that synonymous powerhouse of the company. You got to be that guy, that transcender, that person that just puts asses in seats and people just can't get enough of you. You just gotta be addictive. You gotta be an addiction. You gotta be that person where even if they get tired of seeing you with a world title, they will never get tired of seeing you actually in the business. You know? You see, now these days, fans just want more wrestling. You know what I mean? They do, but at the same time, storytelling is still important. Because if I was just going to sit here every damn week and just see people just wrestle without no proper development of storyline, then I might as well just go watch regular amateur wrestling. Because that's what amateur wrestling is. You know, I want to see stories. I want to see these people build something up to the point where for years and years on end, they can add on to it. And then somewhere down the road, 5-6 years later, you can be like, throughout the last 5 years, blah, happened, this happened. Then you can get the whole build up like, now we're going to bring this to an end right here, right now. Those are the cool things. I see Vince, I don't know what the hell is wrong with him right now. You can tell that he's getting old. I think he's getting fucking Alzheimer's or something. Because dementia, maybe, most likely. That's the early stages of Alzheimer's, is dementia. Something. Because this whole damn, I got writers, but then when my writers give me something, I just throw it away automatically and just re-scrap everything in the last second and then just give people a show. It makes no sense. And it's terrible. It's just downright terrible. Because Raw and SmackDown on most occasions just have no proper direction. And it's like, or like you get like one half the show you'll get, and it'll be spot on. You're like, oh man, this is some good storytelling. Then the next hour is like, what the hell did I just watch? Or you start off with, what the hell am I watching? And then it goes down to the next hour, and you're like, oh my God, this is good. And it's like, oh my God. And it's like all we want you to do is just give us consistency. Stop changing the damn script every damn week and just give us the same storyline and just let it go. And he got this, nostalgia, like I said, even for the Impact thing, nostalgia is always going to be important. But there's the point of having too much nostalgia. And see, like, Impact Wrestling right now has too much nostalgia. While at the same time, Vince McMahon is just using the wrong nostalgia. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's using people like Goldberg. Nobody wants to see Goldberg. You know what I'm saying? Nobody wants to see Goldberg for a world title. I mean, one thing, if Goldberg came in and he was had a rivalry with just another superstar just to give them some recognition. All right. Now, like, say like in WrestleMania, they decided to have Goldberg there and like Goldberg face Riddle. I wouldn't really be too mad about that. Because Riddle, literally, it'll make sense because Riddle has been talking shit for over a year, almost 2 years now, about how he wants to go toe-to-toe with Goldberg and whoop Goldberg's ass. So literally, it will make sense that they would have that match. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want to see Goldberg go for the Universal Championship. I don't want to see Goldberg go for the WWE Championship. I don't want to see him go for any damn championship. If Goldberg comes in for a match, I just want to see him be a nostalgic figure and just go toe-to-toe with one of the biggest names in the business in a grudge match or some damn fun match. Most likely put the person over. Not saying you can't put their asses through hell, but put them over. You know? But it's like Vince is just not clicking on what he used to. He has the passion still, but at the same time, it's just not clicking like it used to. He's out of touch. And at the same time, one of the main thing is he doesn't stay focused on his superstars. He has two magnificent brands known as NXT and NXT UK. Who's still underneath the NXT mantra. You got two shows, NXT UK and NXT. And he doesn't even watch them. It makes no fucking sense. People are like, oh, he's a busy man. It's a 2-hour show. And he has the uncut version. He don't even have to watch it episodically on the commercial. He can just watch the show after it's recorded and just watch the show without commercials. He has the cut feed. He's the damn owner. He doesn't even need the commercials in it. He can just get the whole cut feed of what happened and just watch all of it. What the hell is wrong with that? If I'm a person that's running a company, you have all these extra people doing advertisements and everything else. Stop trying to do everybody's damn job. Be the boss. Stop doing everyone's job. Stop trying to get into everybody's situation. You hire this person to be the damn advertiser, to advertise and sponsor your damn company. Let them do it. You got these guys over here doing the damn scripts so that the superstars know what they're going to do for the week. And know what they got to do for their freaking promo and stuff. Let the damn writers do it. Most people are blaming the writers, going, all the writers are fucking things up. I don't blame the writers. The writers don't even get to bring their shit out. Vince McMahon always tearing their stuff up and throwing it away and like, we're going to do it like this. It's like, God. It's like, man, just call it quits. I just wish the damn board members that are like own the stocks of the company would just come in and be like, look, man, sit your ass down and just let them take over. It's like, what's the point of having a fucking board members who are supposed to spot when somebody is not doing their job the way they used to and tell them to sit their ass down through a vote and have someone else. Like, you got all these talented minds right now in the WWE, like Shawn Michaels, Triple H, Stephanie, who are who are writing these great stories for NXT. They could be doing the same shit, or at least finding people to do the same thing for SmackDown and Raw, and they don't, and Vince ain't doing it. Vince is trying to run everything all of themselves. Like, man, stop. It's like, my God, man. It's like this is the reason why your father gave it up. I mean, I'm pretty sure it was also because he was sick, but at the same time, your father knew when to call it quits and give it to someone else. Call it quits. Give it to Vince. Man, come on, Vince. Just give it to damn Triple H. Let Triple H and Stephanie take over. They got fresher minds. Let Shane and them do it. They got fresher minds. They know how to make it work. They've been there. They've done it. They've proven it. Just let them fucking handle it. I bet you if Vince McMahon would give up the damn reins and let people like Triple H and Stephanie and Shane McMahon start running the damn show in the backstage and running the scripts, along with Paul Heyman and other superstars that they would probably get, like, some other veterans that they'd probably get, like Brian, who's also known as damn Road Dogg. And they get people like them in the backstage doing the storylines. These storylines would be coming up 20 times better than what they are right now. 20 times better. They're fresher. They hang around these young bloods. Triple H and Shawn Michaels and all. Most of the damn roster, think about it, most of the roster right now on Raw and SmackDown are former NXT superstars. I mean, for SmackDown, you got Shinsuke Nakamura, former NXT. Sami Zayn, NXT. Xavier Woods, Big E. Oh, I mean, Xavier Woods is Raw now, but Big E, SmackDown, is also former NXT. You know, Seth Rollins, NXT, Roman Reigns, NXT. You have the Usos. I mean, they weren't 100% NXT, but they were an FCW that eventually turned to NXT. All these guys are from NXT. Sasha Banks, Bianca Belair, Bayley, all of them, NXT. Then you got other ones. I mean, even down to Raw. You got other ones like Naomi, who was on NXT, and freaking Carmella and Becky Lynch, and Charlotte Flair, and Alexa Bliss, Bray Wyatt. I mean, you can even count other ones like Daniel Bryan and freaking, oh my God, boy, you can sit here forever to name everybody that's in a Riddle, Keith Lee, all the members of Retribution, even down to damn Mustafa Ali, because 205 Live is practically another version of damn NXT. Cedric Alexander, you know what I'm saying? All these guys were freaking NXT. All these guys are NXT. Robert Roode, freaking, come on. All these guys are NXT. Most of the damn brand that's up there on the top roster right now are all NXT. You know, the Mandy Rose and Lana and freaking Shayna Baszler, Nia Jax, who wasn't in there for a whole long time, but at the same time, all these people are from NXT. You know, the Asuka. NXT dominates the main roster now. Former NXT superstars that are now on the main roster. Triple H, Shawn Michaels, all of them, they know these superstars at the back of their damn heads. It's not going to be hard for them to bring storylines out because they know how they were in NXT. They know how they evolve. They keep up with the brands. They keep up with what they're doing. Triple H watches all the shows. He watches NXT UK. He watches NXT. He watches Raw. He watches SmackDown. He keeps an eye on all the situation, and he freaking respects every aspect. He knows how things go. Vince McMahon don't do that. What's the point of having all these damn shows? You don't even watch your damn shows. How you supposed to understand these wrestlers and know where to put them and where they fit at the time if your ass don't even watch them? It makes no sense. It's like Vince has had his ups, he's had his downs, he's had his in-betweens, he's had fallouts. I mean, at the same time, that's the life of somebody who's been a part of a business for decades. You ain't always going to be, even down to Tony Khan, eventually he's going to end up running the superstars that are going to start off with good leadership. They're going to feel like they were underutilized, they weren't respect. And then he's going to have beef with some of them too, in some way or form, trust to believe. There's not a single boss in this world that runs any company that does not have falling out with some of his damn employees or her employees, or ends up having a bad relationship with them because the other superstar thinks that they weren't used proper or given the promises that they were given. But at the same time, that's life as a boss. But at the same time, I'm sorry. I respect Vince to a point. The guy has done so much for the wrestling world. Even with his bads, he still has a lot of goods too. But at the same time, it's a time when you just gotta look, man, it's done. Then go home with your wife, chill, watch your wrestling from the damn house, man. Retire when this pandemic gets better. Go out, go fucking vacation, get a load off your damn chest. It's like spend time with your grandkids. Let your damn children and your damn son-in-law handle the business. They know what they're doing. Even if Vince McMahon sold WWE to another owner, I don't care. I would still have people like Triple H and Shawn Michaels and Stephanie and damn Shane McMahon handling the backstage of the shit that's going on, because I know they're going to do it the right way, because they know these superstars at the back of their head. They know how to put them in the areas that need to be put, and it works. Let them handle it. It's like, come on, Vince. It's like, man, and most of all, just give us some damn consistency. Give us a storyline and be consistent with it. I don't want to hear about, we're seeing Bobby Lashley in this new level of aggression. Be consistent with it. I don't want to see another 5 weeks, Bobby Lashley going back to the way he was 6 weeks ago, when he's done changed this within the last 2 weeks. He's done changed into a more bigger monster. Give me more of that. Be consistent with it. Evolve it. Make it better. Same thing with everything else. Be consistent with how things are going. Consistency builds great stories. Even if it starts off shitty, it can eventually become something great because of consistency. You give people consistency, cliffhangers come better. Everything comes better. You don't do it that way, then nothing comes out the way it's supposed to come out. And all you get is a bunch of scrambled up crap that makes no sense, and you realize you just wasted everybody's damn time of watching your show. Because now we're sitting there like, why do we even watch the damn show? You gotta do things better, man. You got to. So all in all, it's like, yeah, what you guys think? You think I'm spot on? You think I'm not? But all in all, leave your comment down. I don't care. Give me anything you want. At the end of the day, if you liked it, thumbs up, subscribe, hit the bell for future videos like this, share this around. And as always, wrestling's forever. Be safe. One love.